Oh, look, it was, I'm sure everyone saw how physical the game was. You know, and I'm all for physicality as long as nobody gets hurt in the meantime, do you know what I mean? So, it was a big win for us up here. They're a quality team. They play so hard, and you know, and it was really important for us to come up here and get the win, because we got Townsville at home next week, which is another big one for us. But I think it was just a game that we needed to respond. The group needed to respond from the way they played last week, and they had a pretty tough week on the training track. No fouls at training. It was one of those type of trainings this week. It was trying to get the physicality into our group, and they went to war through training this week, and that's what it was like today. So real positive win for us.
What was your message to the girls before this match to come
last week?
Yeah, I didn't think that we played physical enough last week. We didn't match the physicality that Canberra threw at us, and I think it's you know, it's a learning curve, because we don't know how the referees are going to call the game, but we realised last week that they're going to let it go. Especially on the perimeter, they're going to let it go. You know, you can hold a little bit more, and that was the way we trained this week, and that's what Sydney brought again this week. So it's you know, and I think it showed what we did at training, that we could handle it. I didn't think we were great offensively. I didn't think we got through our stuff as much as what I would have liked. I mean, we still scored 81, but at times we're a bit panicked. But I think that's just the pressure that Sydney put on us. And but you know, it's good to come out with a win.
Cayla, personally today, what were you most happy with personally?
Yeah, I mean, always coming back to the team that you played for a couple of years, like there's a bit of extra emotion, and I was pretty nervous for today's game. You know, I've lived in Sydney for 2 years, just lived up the road. Like, you know, they called this home for a couple of good seasons. So yeah, like I said, a bit of extra emotion, but just really stoked for our Flyers group, because, you know, we just had a game last week that we probably would love to have redo, but to come out and just get in the winners column was really important for us today. And so, yeah, I think it was just a really great hit out, really physical hit out, and like I like to call it the wrestle ball training week. It was very physical, but I think it put us in good stead to come out and really handle it today.
Yeah, I guess like you said, like you played here, you were here just last year, you know, this like arena and this court very well as well. Did it feel like a home game? I feel like you're feeling some support from the fans.
Oh yeah, there was a little when I got announced, woo, like a tiny bit, but thanks Sydney fans. A couple of George jerseys in the crowd. But no, it definitely, like, I'm comfortable in this arena. I played here, yeah, like I said, for 2 seasons, and you know, it's very familiar. But yeah, it was like I'll always just bring it back to just really stoked to get in the winners column today. It was really important for us. We've got I mean, this is a tough league. I think it's very even across the board, and anyone can beat anyone on any given night. So really tough win today, and I'm just really stoked for the girls that we could get that done today, especially after our wrestle ball week. It made it worthwhile. It was a lot, but it was great. It was good for us. We needed it.
Kristi, big turnaround from last week. You also managed to obviously get a lot of work done through training. Are there any areas that you still would like to see the team improve on, given what's happened tonight?
Yeah, well, they had 20.
No, we're perfect, aren't we?
Yeah, no. They had 20 boards. Like, that kills you. That gives them. I mean, they had nearly they've had another 17 extra shots than what we had. You know, so and I just think the league is so athletic this year that we can't just like compete in the air with a lot of teams. You've got to do the work early and block out, and that's still a huge area. But it's also being able to get through your offenses when the physicality is there. But for us, it's just building every week now and playing with that same intensity that we played with today.
Cayla, from your perspective, it was really tough out there. How did you find it in comparison to previous seasons? Have you found that the physicality has just gone up a notch this season?
Yeah, definitely. The first 2 games, and I think the refs are letting us play, and there's a lot that's not called, which is, I mean, it's fine if it's consistent, I guess. So, yeah, it's very physical, and I think it's great for women's basketball that we can, you know, get out there and have a good go. But there's, you know, borderline, we don't want anyone to get hurt. It can get pretty crazy out there at times if it's not controlled. But I think, yeah, the physicality is healthy. I welcome it. And yeah, we just have to battle through it. If we have to wrestle ball training for the rest of the season and not call fouls, so be it. Like, we just have to make sure we do lots of team dinners and make up for all the fouls at training.
Well, they responded. That was the thing that I was after.
Can you describe what you mean by a wrestle ball week?
Do you want a demo? Kristi, should we stand up? No. Just like get after each other. Sometimes Kristi implements drills where there's no dribbling, so it really just can get into just like everyone's bear hugging each other, trying to get, you know, offense done. And it can get, you know, pretty intense, but it's good for us. And then, you know, she'll give us a couple of dribbles in the next drill, and then, you know, we get on with it, and then we just, you know, figure it out, still get after each other. But it's just setting the tone, just to make sure that, you know, that's what we can handle when it comes to game time.
How did you kind of keep your composure in that quarter? I think it kind of was like 6 points, and then 2 points, and then 6 points, and then came back again, and then you were able to see out that win. How do you kind of ensure that you finish the fourth quarter off strongly?
Yeah, I guess for me personally, like I've been doing this a long time, so you just kind of navigate it and figure it out. I've got some great teammates around me, and we just kind of rallied together and never got too high, never got too low, and just kind of finished it out really well today.
Kristi, you mentioned before we've got Townsville next week. They had a win in round one, but what do you want to see from the girls next weekend?
Yeah, I think just the same intensity that they came out with this tonight, and I think you know, it starts. There's times where we do play catch-up basketball, so there's times where, like, I think we got down by 11 in the first quarter, I think it was, and it's something that we're trying to, like, it was the same last week, so if we can try and minimise that a little bit more. And but look, for us, I think it's just going to take some time, like nearly completely new group, and and I'm sure everybody else is in the same boat with that. But I think coming up against Townsville, it'll actually be our proper first home game. We go back to SBC, State Basketball Centre, and hopefully we get a good crowd, and that's the court we've been training on for the last 6 weeks. So, but it's a matter of coming out with that same intensity, because Townsville play hard. I'm sure a lot of people have tipped them to win this year. So, but it's a challenge for us, and we just got to get better every week.
Cool.
Woo! Thank you.